William Petersen is in studio to talk about this production. Welcome. It's good to have you here with us
Thanks,
today.
Dean. It's good to be here.
Thank you very much for being here. Man, what an interesting 90 minutes this is because you're drawn in to Blackbird. You can't look away from it, but at times you feel like I shouldn't be watching this. I shouldn't.
Yeah.
It does exactly what live theater does. It moves you in so many different ways. Had to be the
It's great.
attraction of you being in it.
Well, when we first read it, Dennis Zacek, who's the artistic director at Victory Gardens and a longtime mentor to me here in Chicago, sent me the play because we'd been looking for something to do together. And I read it, and I was really blown away by it. I really thought it was everything that you want the theater to be. It was, an important subject handled in a completely unique way. It was tremendous roles for Maddie and I, for the two of us that are in the play.
Maddie Hawkinson, who is also amazing
Yeah.
in this. Two people on stage for this intermissionless 90 minutes.
And Dr. Zacek also felt that it was voyeuristic, that the audience was basically a voyeur to this encounter that these two people have, and I think it's worked that way. When we do the play each night, it's what it feels like with the audience.
How much of what you're dealing with do you want to give away here on the air of what the subject matter is? I should say for those who are thinking, oh, I'm going to take the kids and we're going to go
No.
see. He was on CSI. Let's take the kids to go watch. This is a very, very, very adult subject matter.
We even have an age restriction like they do in the movies. I think it's 17 and older. But yes, it's about an illicit relationship between a man and a young girl, although it takes place 15 years after that, where she comes back as she's found him and she encounters him 15 years later, and they retrace their lives since then, and it's adult. It's what it does is it opens up a window to discuss a subject that I think is really important, which is the fact that, especially now with the internet and everything, these kids, meeting people in chat rooms and
meeting adults,
yeah,
on the internet. I
ending
expected
up-
the guy from Dateline to walk out.
Well, I know,
at any-
it. And if you've ever seen that show, it is a little frightening that it's so prevalent. I mean, but it deals with so many more issues than just that. It deals with morality. It deals with the very complex study of love. Is it love? What is love?
Well, that's the thing that really struck me about this. I mean, it's about this confrontation, and there is this aspect of voyeurism where you're watching something which is deeply personal and uncomfortable to see. Yet at the same time, I think you're drawn into it because both of these characters open windows into their lives, into why this may have happened in the first place, what kind of effect it left on them for 10 years, both of them. And really, it's a side of this that you don't see or you don't really hear about, where there is, even though it's a terrible thing that's happened, it's something for which you do wind up feeling compassion for both of the people involved in this.
Which is great, which is what I think makes it great theater. David Harrower, who wrote the play, is a Scottish playwright. And what he did that was so brilliant was allow these questions to be asked without giving the answers. I mean, so many of these plays sort of have they have a bone to pick, and they're out to make a point.
Make a statement,
and,
right?
And this does not do that. This allows the audience to really feel the situation and deal with the issue in a personal and very complex way.
Yeah, well, I can't recommend this enough. Again, adults only. If you want something that's very engaging, riveting, and intense, and something to talk about when you leave the theater, this is the Blackbird is one that you're going to want to go see. And by the way, just announced, extended through August the 16th. Through victorygardens.org or 773-871-3000, or how about just strolling up to the Victory Gardens Biograph Theater box office, 2433 North Lincoln, and you can buy your tickets there. The box office opens at noon today. How great is it for you to be back home and back on stage
It's
here?
great.
And especially with Victory Gardens. That's got to
Well, that's where I started. I mean,
Yeah.
I got Dennis Sacek gave me my equity card with Dylan. I played Dillinger in a play called
That's
Dillinger.
amazing. When you told me that on the red carpet when Johnny Depp was in town,
Yeah.
I just thought, well, how cool is this? We're at the Dillinger red carpet and you're at the Bigrep, and then you told me the rest of the story, and it's wow.
Well, yeah, it's a very, I don't know whether it's kismet or karma or something, but it's wonderful that it worked out like this. And the Victory Gardens has done such a great job with the Biograph. It's beautiful now.
Sure
It's a
is.
beautiful place to see a
Sure
play.
is.
And yeah, no, it feels correct for me. After having left CSI and wanting to come back and do theater in Chicago, I've been very fortunate. I got to do a play at Christmas at Steppenwolf, and now this with the Victory Gardens. It's everything that I could have wanted it to be.
Why did you decide to do something like that? I'm always so interested when actors, you could be on television and in the movies for the rest of your life and be on Easy Street for the rest of your life. This is obviously an artistic and quality of life decision that you decide to make.
Yeah, well, believe me, during rehearsals and just before we previewed, I was wondering why I wasn't in my trailer with my feet up, waiting for them
I
to...
said red M&M.
It was really exhausting, and it's difficult. Each show is difficult, but it's rewarding on a different level. I mean, I grew up in the live theater, and that's where my training happened, and so I've been very fortunate to be able to make movies and have a hit television show. I in all three mediums, I've been very lucky, and I just thought that it was time. I hadn't been on the stage for almost 10 years, and I was afraid that I would get to the point where I would fear it, and not. I know that's happened to people, and they don't go back, and so I just sort of bit the bullet and said it's time, and I felt that I had pretty much done everything I could do on CSI with that character and with the show, and that it was time to work my other muscles.
Yeah, what's having a slightly larger perspective, having been in Hollywood and elsewhere. How do you view our theater community here and the artistic community here now that you're back in it?
Well, I've always felt it's the best theater community in the country. I mean, I have no doubt of that. I mean, it's not a slight against New York, but New York is such a different animal in terms of the theater with Broadway and the money that it costs to produce there, and what the difficulty that the actors have in creating a community for themselves. And here in Chicago, it's always, at least since I've been around in it since 1977, it's always been vibrant. Creative. People are doing plays in warehouses and storefronts still. We thought we were the only ones that would ever do that, and of course it's continued. And I mean, there's just so many good shows here every year that I mean, it's thrilling. I can't wait. Actually, when I'm done with the show, I'll actually get to see some other theater, because it's hard when you're working. You
busy.
can't see anything
Sure,
because we're
yeah.
all at the same time. So I look forward to going down to the Goodman and Steppenwolf and Chicago Shakespeare and all of that.
After Blackbird ends August the 16th, is your plan to stay in Chicago to do more theater?
Well, I'm going to be here for a while, see my family, because we really don't have much of a chance while we're doing this piece. But yeah, I'm going to be here, and then I have to go back to L.A. because I'm still an executive producer on CSI, so I'm going to go back and try and make sure my guys are okay, And
keep an eye on the shop.
yeah, and then I'm going to come back in the spring and do a play at Steppenwolf. We're going to do Samuel Beckett's Endgame.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, congratulations on Blackbird again. Just announced, in fact, first announced this morning, that will be extended through August the 16th. Tickets available through victorygardens.org at 773-871-3000 starting today at noon, or through the box office at 2433 North Lincoln Avenue.
And we don't seat latecomers, so you have to come on time.
Yes, and they said at the beginning that if you get up to go to the bathroom or something, you're not getting back in.
Yeah.